Here we are at the third busiest intersection in the city. And somehow it feels real nice from this vantage point, doesn't it? But that's the news today. We want to talk about 27th and O Street and the reopening of the intersection. First of all, I want to thank Sarah Brown and Monia DeBoer. I hope I said that right. Beautiful name. Partners here, as I understand it, in this business. And we thank them very much for a nice, cool, quiet place to tell you about a very loud, hot intersection. So the news today is simply that 27th and O Street has now been resurfaced and is back open for traffic this very evening. Safe and smooth streets, as you all know, are a top priority for the administration, and this summer we are making one of the largest investments in the history of the city in street improvements. Over the last 5 years, we've improved over 60 miles of arterial streets and 400 blocks of residential streets. In the next 6 months, we will resurface and repair even more lane miles of Lincoln streets. Good streets protect motorists and pedestrians. Good streets promote economic development. Good streets are an essential ingredient for our high quality of life here in Lincoln. Today we see another great example of our Public Works Department getting things done on time and on budget. The community, I think, can be very proud of their priorities, how they're being addressed, and how the city continues to improve. I want to commend Mickey Esposito, who's here with me today, our Public Works Director, and her city staff, Roger and Erica and all the others who do all the work in the department. I want to thank them for their work on this project and on so many other projects going on this summer, for their thoughtful planning, for their good communications, and for their creative management. I also want to thank the contractors, Caspers and MTZ, who partnered on this particular project. They worked very, very hard on the project. And of course, many working men and women were involved from their perspective on their payrolls to get this done on time. And I also want to thank the public for following detours, and more than that, for watching out for construction workers. As we found out very sadly today, construction worker life is sometimes a perilous kind of life. And especially for our workers on the streets, we ask the driving public to always be careful for them. As much as we've done, we're committed to doing much, much more. We've pushed to find additional resources to make our good transportation network even better, and we're going to continue to push for additional resources. But at this point in time, I simply want to introduce Mickey to tell you about the summer ahead and everything that's going on, and give you an opportunity to ask detailed questions about that. And finally, Carl Eskridge, our councilman, is here today, and I hope after Mickey he will say a few words. Thank you.
All right. Well, I know barricades and detours are certainly inconvenient, sometimes painful for people, but at Public Works we see things a bit differently. We believe barricades and detours mean we're making progress in transportation. We're delivering safe and smooth roads to our community, and that is something we love doing. So accolades for barricades. If we look ahead at projects on the way and in the queue and down the road, we really feel like this is a summer of progress, and we're energized by that. This 27th and O Street project is a great example of what we're capable of, but it's just a start. Barricades were placed today at 70th Street from Van Dorn to Eastboro for pavement repair. Projects currently under construction include Van Dorn from 33rd to 48th Street, the Sheridan Bridges, and 56th Street from Old Cheney to Shadow Pines Drive. We also have street maintenance crews working hard over the next several weeks to focus repair efforts along Highway 2 from Van Dorn to Old Cheney, as well as hitting Highway 55W, Warlick, and 14th Street. These are high areas of need. So our crews, in collaboration with the Nebraska Department of Roads, are using a product called Gap Mastic, which is a new material, and it's more durable and longer lasting than our typical repair. We're very excited about this product and can't wait to use it all over the city. And finally, 84th Street is out for bid. I know there are a lot of folks who are looking forward to those street improvements along 84th. At this time, I just want to take a moment to thank the business owners. Thank you, Sarah Brown. You've been so patient with us through all of this, for having the good grace to host us here today at the last minute for wonderful news. I also want to thank Erica Nunez and Galen Masick of Engineering Services for their exceptional project management, as well as all the crew from Casper's MTZ. What's really remarkable about this project is that even during unfavorable weather and rain delay during this project, they still delivered this project a day early. So we're very grateful to them. Thank you so much. All right. Carl? Yeah.
Well, one of the things that we heard in the campaign this spring was the importance of roads in this community, and certainly we're off to a great start, and how good it was. 18 days to deliver on this project was simply incredible. Certainly a lot of inconvenience that businesses and residents have had to put up with over these 18 days. Want to particularly thank those residents in the neighborhoods surrounding this area who have had extra traffic going down their streets and trucks and things that they're not used to having. I know that there were some concerns about that. Unfortunately, that time now should be ended. Thank you for letting us know where there were problems, and for the city staff in responding and making them as safe as they could possibly be. I know that our engineers were extremely happy, because as they came into this dance studio, they were skipping. I've never seen engineers do that before. You might get some new new students for the program here. That would be good. But just thank you. I want to thank the contractors for getting this job done so well and on time, and in spite of some challenging weather. So it's a great day to celebrate the good things happening in our city. Thank you.
I don't know if I want our engineers dancing around issues and that sort of thing, you know. All right, questions. We are happy to try to answer questions if you have any.
It may say this, Mayor, but what was budgeted for this project?
Pardon me?
What was budgeted for this project? You said it's on time and on budget. What was budgeted for the project?
Budget, Roger?
About 500,000+. Remember, this intersection was just one part of a bigger project when the Nebraska Department of Roads had some savings from a number of their projects. So, but this was a little over 500,000. We think we're right on that budget for the intersection.
State funding?
Yeah, mostly state maintenance funding, that savings that came to us.
For those of you who don't know, this is Roger Feigart, who's our city engineer. I think everybody knows.
And the dancer. Very good dancer.
Other questions?
What did you say that the name of that new material is that you're using?
Gap Mastic. It's just a product, and Erica knows more details on the specifics, but it's a product that you can come in and repair larger cracks and some deteriorated concrete like we've got along Highway 2. And you can get in quicker, put that material in. It doesn't take as long for it to cure as replacing the joints with full depth concrete.
Nikki, you also had a big smile when we talked to you down on the street. After a couple of years of planning, what's it like for you to see everyone driving without potholes here on 27th and O?
I tell you what, I love it. I love it, but really, I think the number of calls are going to decrease as well. I mean, we would hear so much about this intersection, especially this last winter and beginning of spring when we had a lot of rains. So this intersection is huge for people. And what I'm really excited about is the calls that we receive and the customer needs that are out there. We're addressing those major streets like 84th, like 70th. We've already finished up along Superior. So those calls really do decrease as we get these projects done, and that's really super exciting. Yeah.
Is there a standard amount of time, if you have any idea, for how long under normal conditions this type of resurfacing will last before other problems occur?
Honestly, I think that's a great question for Roger Feigard. He can probably speak to that.
Couple things. First, we maybe need to make just a few corrections. The main intersection at 27th and O wasn't resurfaced. It was totally removed and replaced with brand new full-depth concrete pavement. Clearly, we hope that lasts 25 to 35 years. The other repairs that we've been doing on either end of that are really concrete pavement repairs, fixing the bad joints, taking out bad areas, not replacing the whole thing, and we didn't overlay it. So again, we would hope certainly that those repairs would last close to 15 years in and of themselves.
There was a bonus for finishing early. You guys finished a day early. What was the bonus?
It's $25 a day, and there's a request in there for, I'm sorry, what did I say? Okay, $2,500 a day. $2,500 a day, and there's a request in there for a rain day, and we need to evaluate that, but certainly they'd be due the one day.
There's still some final touches. What will the next week look like with them?
Just
getting everything up?
finishing up on the side streets and getting the ramps and corners done and swept up and cleaned up and a little bit of sidewalk work. I think that's pretty much it.
Do you expect next Tuesday, Monday? What are you thinking on when we can officially say this project's completely done?
By the 30th.
By the 30th. I think they had 5 additional days.